Hi, I wanted to do a review of what I call my live streaming media cart. It's the Olympic cart that a lot of people have used. I've seen it for a lot of things, especially audio production and even as a camera cart. I haven't seen anybody use it as a live streaming cart, so that's what I've set up mine as. You know, there's a little bit of investment you got to do past the cart itself to get it to the shape you need it to be in for actual use in production. So let me give you a tour of how I've set up my Olympic cart. What I like best about the cart is that you actually have a lot of room to play with stuff, a lot of things you can do with it. I primarily use the A10 Mini Pro switcher. I've got the Blackmagic Hyperdeck Studio Mini. I put all of it on a small network so that I can take advantage of a lot of the extra functions that come from that. There's even storage on the bottom shelf. The heart of everything is, of course, the A10 Mini Pro. I'm using the 4-channel switcher right now, which is fine. Most of my shoots are 3 cameras and 1 video source, whether it be a laptop or the Hyperdeck. So this works out perfect for me. It's got a great deal of function. You've got the ability to record straight over to the T5 drives. You get to monitor it on the multi-view. You have the live stream where you can actually see what's going on. It's a fantastic device for the price. This is the stand that I use on the A10 Mini Pro. It helps me, get it at an angle that's a little more usable. For the multi-view, I like to use just any monitor I can get my hands on. In this case, I've got a nice 21-inch monitor with the arm that attaches. For tilting, you can do it. You can place it wherever you want. It's really good for monitoring. I mean, I prefer the biggest monitor you can get, and this can hold up to 32-inch. So I needed this little piece of wood so that it clamps on correctly. Really wasn't that big a deal. I got the Hyperdeck Studio Mini deck. You can use it either as a record deck or a playback deck. I got mine specifically to use as a playback deck so that when you're doing live streams, my media players, I was always using laptops and little media players. The problem was you had to time it perfect, like an octopus. You had to hit play and select the source at the same time. And even if you're just a couple frames off, it always bothered me. By connecting this to the network with Ethernet, I'm able to program it so that when you take that deck as a source, it'll autoplay, which I love, 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 but comes at a hefty price. I was able to get it used fairly cheap, but Hyperdeck Studios are way too expensive. So the big thing for me is also power, power, power. I have this little power strip that, screws on the top so I can put it on, take it off whenever I tear this down. It's just a fantastic little thing. It has USB power and it's got 4 regular power slots. I also use 2 of these Gator things that are stands that hold the laptop. They're incredibly sturdy. I tried a couple from other companies and they bowed or they just weren't steady. Where the Gator ones, like this bigger one for the laptop and the smaller one that you could put anything on, but these are incredibly stable. They hold full-size laptops with no issue whatsoever over time. There's no bowing, they're firm. They're made for microphone stands, but putting them on this cart when it's stationary is absolutely fantastic. So I got this fairly inexpensive TP-Link hub that it's just an Ethernet switch. If you want to do live stream, the best thing to do is always, always, always be hardwired. And when you use this switch, you just have to take an Ethernet cable from the modem into that. It evenly spreads it to the laptop and also to the A10 Mini. So I have a big belief in power, power, power. So I have this really nice power strip with a solid 12-foot extension on it that I drilled into that shelf because it just perfectly fit right in there. So you had to put a little bit of a notch for the power cable out of the plastic, which cut that out, and then drill it in from the bottom. But the cart will still fold up with that thing permanently attached. And that has saved me. I haven't had to use a stinger on a lot of different streaming jobs. But one of the only things that was really wrong with the Olympic cart right out of the gate were the wheels. I decided to replace the casters with these 4-inch casters You have to make sure you get the 10mm thread on the top. Otherwise, you could have all these different complications where they don't work or don't fit. These wheels, I got them for about 25 bucks for the set of 4. Huge improvement over the original casters that were on it. I did get these 12x12 carpet squares with the sticky bottom to put on each level, and I ended up doing it on the side plates too. It just keeps things from rolling around. It's a little better, it's softer on things like lenses and any gear you have. So carpeting these things, even if it doesn't cover the whole thing, doesn't matter. You're really helping improve the cart. The absolute best thing about this cart, folds up and just lays on top. So all in all, I mean, just for the cart itself, I think I've got the cart for about 88 bucks on an Amazon special. You know, the carpet remnants and some of the attachments and everything. I mean, overall I've spent about $300 total to trick out this cart for live streaming. So hopefully you like this review. Links are going to be below. Feel free to check anything out, and hope you enjoy this. Please like and subscribe.